Hey, alright, it's the Purple Yeti back again on this beautiful Sunday morning. Sweltering Sunday morning. But that's never stopped me from A, keeping it weird, and B, having some delicious coffee. I guess it's also not keeping me from my ridiculous moniker and my tasty, tasty, tasty property of Kansas State taste shirt. It is another day, another week, college football. This week I'll probably I got nothing left for this Phil Steele guy, so hopefully starting next week or the week after we'll get into more previews and camp and practices and all that other fun stuff. But there has been some things going on this week, so let's dip right into it. Um, it's not really college football related, but apparently Jeopardy, everybody who played like completely missed on all the questions in the college football category, which is ridiculous. I guess it all shows that intelligence is relative, really, especially when you're just doing fact-based recall. I mean, if you apply it, like say you do, applied strategy, you take those facts and you throw them into a bowl and you come out with like a cake or something, a cake fact, not a cake fart, but a cake fact. Don't look up cake fart. Um, that seems to be a little bit more important than just recall, and I think the whiffing to take from the headline of the college football category points that out. So, and for us, it all seems ridiculous. Hey, how come they didn't know something simple as that? It's because that's what we're used to. But yeah. Anyway, soapbox done. Uh, let's get on the next one. So, a 12-year-old Ohio State fan had a brain tumor. That kind of hits close to home. Not for me, but for someone close to me. Um, and he named his tumor Michigan, which is pretty funny. Really is. The uh, the tumor obviously was cut out, so they quote unquote beat Michigan, and that's a genius idea. Um, Now, all I can really wait for is to have a brain tumor or tumor replaced in the vernacular of America with Michigan. And this is all part of my grand scheme of things to get Kindergarten Cop redone, or Arnold would say, "It's not the Michigan, it's not a Michigan." Yeah. Autumn in the morning is hard to do. At any rate, gotta love rivalry heat like that. It's delicious. The Big Ten came out with their schedules for 2016 and 17 that featured 19 schedules. Welcome to the 21st century and a couple years. It is amazing that it took them this long to do that. I think really it's just a case of we're so big and important that we'll decide when you'll do it, and if you keep pressing us, we won't do it. It's very obstinate. So at least they got on the 9-game train. Now, if only the Big 12 would get a couple other teams in here, then maybe we can do a little bit of dance with that kind of stuff. Although our 9-team schedule is quote unquote the toughest, but I guess it's relative to how the rest of the teams in the conference are doing. But I'm not going to apply that intelligence. I will only let it simmer there. You can cook the cake fact later on. Now, there's recall and intelligence, and then there's just being plain dumb. And whoever was in charge of ordering rings and getting rings printed up for Florida State players is flat out dumb. Ooh, wait. Ooh, that's too insensitive. They did a dumb thing. They're stupid. They sent the guy an SEC championship ring for Florida State. Florida State's not an SEC. Of course, if I was a student, I'd totally tweet it out and laugh. I think it should be pointed out, and I think whoever did that should be laughed at heartily. So I will do that right now. Yes. So, hopefully he gets a new ring, and I hope he gets to keep the second ring, because mistakes on the vendor like that should never have to cause any work from the client on that. Bam. Um, if you think otherwise, comment down below. Oh, stretch. Boom. All right. So, um, it looks like, speaking of the ACC, they, as in the ACC, will have some of their games shown on the YES, or the Yankees Entertainment Sports Network. Baseball. Now, that's actually a smooth move because it is up north, and they're gonna be hosting a bowl game in Yankee Stadium anyway. So it's nice that the Yes Network is getting injected into college uh, collegiate athletics. So so good for them. My question is who's gonna do the the uniform change to pinstripes? Off the top of my head, I could see Miami do it first because it would more closely resemble the prison jumpsuits, especially of the oldie timies. So that's my guess. So that's your news. Boop, 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 boop. Comment down below if you have any other news. I'm gonna whip this guy out. Bam. Welcome back, Phil. Welcome back. Alright, so the last couple of things I'll talk about this, because I mean, I can go into like conference previews for all the conferences, but he did all the work. Go buy it if you really want to see it, but I'm telling you what you need to know out of it anyway. Now, the first thing, way in the front, is his deal about football playoffs. He loved to run last couple of years some numbers and well, always running numbers for the college football playoff and what it would look like and what would happen and all that other fun stuff. And it was good filler sandwiched at the beginning of the book before you really get into the meat of the conference schedules and stuff like that. So it was nice. But my point is, other things that he might have correctly predicted, for real correctly predicted, was the uh, the formation of college football playoff. So good job to Phil on that one. But now it's like he's got to find something else to fill. He'll probably play with hypotheticals relating around who missed and who made it, and what if it was bigger? Because that's what everyone in the sports media is gonna do. Is let's make it bigger. I'm gonna wave the sword and command ye to do what I bid, and all that other fun stuff. So he'll probably predict that. But what does that tie into the other thing at the other end of the book? There's a couple pages in there that you did talk about how awesome of a predictor he is, how he's number one, and this year it's number one for 15 years, and he goes on to explain why he's number one, which really doesn't mean squat. He's number one due to the applied math. He's applying the facts and kind of shape it into his own way. And in this instance, it's predicting who finished in the conferences for all the conferences. So if you're off by like 2 points, you miss two or whatever, and you get total number of points, and then whoever has the lowest wins. You know, I don't know. I don't even know if it's the same as last year. But the point is that he's applying the math in a certain way to make him look to be number one. And if you look at the comparators of his competitives, I just made up the word comparators. If you look at his competitors, he might be number one, but it's like that much. So whatever like number one claim is great, but it's not exactly like he's not like Nostradamus or Fostradamus. The point is that he's still wrong. He will always be wrong about Kansas State. And he is not perfect, not even close. So don't go to your bookie and run the numbers that he runs on it. So that's all I got to say about that. I might bitch about Phil Steele later on this year. Who knows? I'm gonna start listening to his now that I got XM. I might listen in on Friday mornings and see what he's got to say on the college sports station there. At any rate, this podcast is about over. Next week, we'll talk about some other college football stuff. Maybe some camps or media days are coming up. Get ready. Attune your ears and listen intently because media days are coming up. So we'll see what happens. I know Big 12 might be next week. I know SEC might be. Anyway, we'll have fun with that. Until then, comment down below. Subscribe up above, even though I don't think I have a button. And until then, I will see ya.